We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Murray now on first down. He'll check this down to Hines. A nice little juke. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
On first and 10, here's Murray. Flushed out right. Finds his tight end Oliver here out right. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here's Murray. He's got Turner, and he's taken down inside the 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Second and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Murray. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. It's a 39-yard attempt right hash. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Hamilton. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
After the turnover, here's Murray. This to Hines on the drop-off. Able to slither by. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A big play there on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. That's complete to Turner. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Throwing now is Murray.
Finds Hines again for the completion.
And all the way down to the 29. A huge play there for Arizona. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first
touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. With touchdown number 29, 2 short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona.
And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. But when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
Williams. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Hamilton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Off play action. Hamilton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. 5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're playing. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
We got this.
17-0 our score after 1. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Off the play fake. Hamilton. This one swung out to Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. Play action. Hamilton out to his left. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go play action here on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cards are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on first down. Hines, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Play fake. Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They're going for it. It's Murray. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off the play fake. Hamilton going for the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Off-play action. Hamilton. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here's Murray. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Shotgun now from Murray. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Throwing again, Murray. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Josh Oliver in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Sly on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Cardinals 24, Broncos 10.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. A final shot before break. Hamilton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
These two teams making their final adjustments before coming out for the second half. And for the call, we go back out to Denver and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Off the play fake. Hamilton. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Now the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's turned. Touchdown! Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about.
Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Off play action. Hamilton. And that is incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Off the play fake. Hamilton. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And running with power here. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Cardinals 31.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete there to Moore. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. He's going to look deep for Moore. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw, it's Murray. Now he's going to go deep down the left side.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
And you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level of what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
He'll fire one downfield for Fant.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They run it again with Williams. Pushes him over. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
They'll run it with Williams. And this time he is in.
Javonte Williams.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Broncos have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence?
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On play action, it's Murray. Buying time to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On second down, it's Hines. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Play action. Now it's Murray. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Oliver. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was.
And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown.
So, Charles, this game feels like... And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Sly is up and good,
and they will take a 7-point lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Flushed, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took forward, Van.
Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Cardinals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Extra point by Sly is up and good,
and the lead now up to 14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again.
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Marco Wilson.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Draymond Jones. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They run with Hines. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown.
So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Off play action. Hamilton. Eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Able to get there and pick it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And he gets this up just shy of the 15. Throwing on 1st down. Hamilton.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Hamilton. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Watch the screen.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
They'll look to throw again. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Back to throw it, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Turner. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right.
And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. On first down, Hamilton. It's Williams on the catch. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Off play action. Hamilton. He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Hamilton. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his tight end Fant. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Going right back to Fant. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown Broncos. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably